10 months after the Taliban took control of Afghanistan, the country is facing a humanitarian crisis. Around 19.7 million people, that's almost half of Afghanistan's population, are facing acute hunger. That means they're unable to feed themselves on a daily basis. Access to basic needs also a problem. The WHO estimating that more than 18 million people are in need of health services. That includes 3.19 million children under 5. And while some food and medical aid is being delivered, there are warnings much more help is needed. Let's go live to Kabul. We can join our correspondent there, Secunda Kamani. Secunda, you're a regular visitor to Afghanistan, but does it feel that every time you've been there over the past few months that things are getting worse?
Well, look, certainly when you walk around the markets of a city like Kabul, on the face of it, things seem to be going okay. The markets are full of food, there are people walking around, but everyone you speak to says there's been really devastatingly affected by this economic and humanitarian crisis. The World Bank says that 70% of the population cannot meet basic food or non-food needs. Unemployment has been rising, food prices have been rising, and whilst the Taliban's priority at the moment seems to be unveiling new hardline laws affecting women, many Afghan families are having to make drastic changes to their lives, including to what they eat. We're in one of Afghanistan's busiest markets. There's plenty for sale, but for most families, money is tighter than ever. This stall tells you how much some are struggling. These sacks are full of stale, leftover bread, normally fed to cattle. Now, more people than ever are eating it themselves.
The better quality bread is on the top of the bag. When poor people come to buy, they pick these better ones. Look, this one cannot be eaten. Before, 5 people used to buy this bread in a day. Now it's more than 20 people.
What does it feel like doing this job and seeing so many people having to buy this bread?
I pray to God to get rid of this misery and poverty from my country. The life of Afghan people right now is like a bird which has been locked in a cage with no food or water.
Bread is the staple food here in Afghanistan. But there's a deep economic crisis. International development funding the country relied on has largely been cut off, and central bank reserves frozen by the West over concerns about the Taliban's hardline treatment of women. But it's poor families who are now struggling with rising food prices.